What was your message to your teammates when you guys took over the ball at the 2?
At the 2, all I was thinking was Brady mode. That's it. Simple.
Brady mode? Tom Brady mode?
Brady mode. That's it. You left too much time out there.
He's been a mentor of yours?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we talk after every game. I'm sure he's going to text me in a second, but that's all I was thinking is Brady mode. If he could do it, I know I could do it, and, you know, we just alike.
Truthfully, it's one point in the game I said, we can't let this dude win. Ain't no way we let this dude win. You know, his press conference is going to be unbearable if we let this dude win. And but I knew even when we got the ball on the 2 or 3, 4 yard line, I said, as long as the ball in Shedeur's hands, we're going to get down this field. I knew that without a shadow of a doubt.
Can you imagine being a college quarterback, say 19 or 20 years old, and being mentored by Tom Brady? Shedeur Sanders, as a young college quarterback, is being mentored by Tom friggin Brady. He's got Tom friggin Brady on speed dial. Think about that. Shiloh Sanders and Travis Hunter, when he's healthy, get to work with arguably the best defensive back the world has ever known, Deion Sanders. While Shedeur Sanders gets to work with arguably the best quarterback ever, Tom Brady. That's absolutely mind-blowing. Between pedigree and access, is there any wonder why just about any recruit will want to go to Boulder and play for Coach Prime? And on top of that, no coach that I've seen in college football lately, and I do mean none, has the moxie that is displayed on a daily basis by Deion Sanders. When I was broadcasting live last weekend during the Colorado State football game during my live watch party, hint, hint, hint for this Saturday, we were talking about the rules of college football overtime with everybody that was in the stream. And I was telling people how you always want to have your defense on the field first. That's just been a customary way to approach college football overtime. But of course, as we all saw, Deion Sanders flipped the script once again.
He did something I had never seen in overtime. Most coaches defer because, Stephen A., I need to know what I need. Do I need 3 points? Do I need a touchdown? Do I need to go for 2? He said, nah, I want the ball in Shedeur's hand. I want the pressure on them. I want them to know what they need to do. I've got a hot quarterback. I'm going to put the ball in his hand. Shedeur Sanders can flat out spin it.
Coach Prime confirmed this in his press conference.
And when we went to center the field to talk about overtime, I told him we want the ball. I want you to have the ball. Most teams put the defense out first so you can see kind of what they do. If you don't get, you get 3, you know what you have to do. I want the offense out first. I want you to put pressure on them to get them out of their comfort zone.
If you're not aware of how college football overtime works, I can tell you that you'll hardly ever see any coach make this move. Not Dabo Swinney, not Kirby Smart, not even Nick Saban. And Deion Sanders' moxie stunningly paid off. Coach Prime made the decision, but Shedeur had to execute. And execute he did.
You know, Shedeur struggled throughout the offense struggled throughout the entire
game. I'm glad you corrected that. Because everybody's looking at you like, right. Oh, excuse me?
So, but he talked about this, that drive at the end of regulation, that quarterbacks kind of make, those moments make quarterbacks. He talked about that being maybe a Brady moment.
I don't think that moment makes him because he's had a lot of those moments. You just hadn't seen those moments. So you're just getting an opportunity to see those moments. That's who he is. I never doubted the fact that if the ball's in his hands, what he's going to do. No one on the offense, no one in the darn stadium doubted the fact that we don't doubt him. That's who he is.
A lot of people have been asking me why I'm covering the Colorado football team and Deion Sanders so much. Here's why. These kids that came with him from Jackson State, who obviously have a ton of talent, were languishing in obscurity playing for HBCU schools.
Hey, Coach McMillan, Fox 31.
How you doing, sir?
Good. You've talked about it many times that, like you said in your opening statement, that if Shedeur has the ball, you have faith that he can go down there. This isn't the first time he's done it, but to be able to do it on this stage with the amount of eyeballs on it, what does it say about his progression as a player and as a man?
Shedeur's been that. You guys just hadn't seen it. because he was at HBCU and we were secluded. I guess no one had TVs and they didn't work out here in the television that we were playing on last year. But this is who he is. It don't matter of where he came from. That's who that guy is. And his passion and his study habits and his commitment to excellence, it shows every weekend. I know a multitude of people, not you guys. You guys are family. You beautiful women are family. But people wait for him to fail. Like he can't keep this going. Yes, he can, because this is who he is.
People are now seeing that not only do these kids belong on the big stage in college football, but they are indeed future superstars that need this type of exposure. They are obviously special, and they deserve the attention that's being bestowed on them.
Let me tell you something, man. All of that stuff you said is true. Nothing to dispute there. Ladies and gentlemen, Shedeur is special.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This brother is special.
For sure.
I'm not talking about Molly. We interviewed him. We talked to him. We watch him play. We see the speed. We see the athleticism.
Yep.
We see the arm strength. I'm watching him look off coverage.
Yes.
I mean, he's doing stuff you don't see too many college quarterbacks do. When you hear about guys like he talks about how Tom Brady's going to text him after the game,
Right.
talk to him after the game. You hear about people being mentored.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to hear it. It's another thing to visualize it. Go back and watch tape of Tom Brady. And then of course, I'm not comparing the two. But watch Shedeur look off defenders. Look in one direction, all of a sudden at the drop of a hat, throw it in another direction. The poise, the intellect, the athleticism, the arm strength, the moxie, the wanting the moment.
Yes.
This kid right here, when we see talent, is one thing. But to know that that's his dad, and to have that light on him, and to play the way that he plays up here, not just with his ability, we got a potential superstar on our hands. This brother is special.
Right.
Deion Sanders has always been prime time, all the way back to his days at FSU and maybe even before that. He's had his fans and he certainly has had his detractors. In fact, the guy I really like and have followed, Jason Whitlock, seems to have a bug up his ass about Deion Sanders lately. And I got a video coming up about that. But to me, this is about the kids. This is their time. These kids, not just Shedeur Sanders or Shiloh Sanders or Travis Hunter, the entire team deserves this attention, especially as they overcame the adversity of what happened in that CSU game.
I know you said you wanted to dominate this game.
Yeah.
Clearly it didn't go that fashion.
That's right.
Is there a different kind of satisfaction that comes with this type of win?
Resilience. I mean, the guys, they had every opportunity in the world to give up. They had every opportunity in the world to give in. They didn't. And they never doubted themselves on the sideline. I mean, we were upset with some of the things not being executed that were called, but these young men never give up. And I went and I told the line, I said, guys, we just need 6 plays. Just give us 6 plays. 6 plays, we're going to score, we'll get the extra point. 6 plays, just give us 6 hard plays. And that's what they did.
You see, the Colorado football program has been trashed for quite some time. If you haven't played football, you may have no idea the amount of commitment and drive it takes to turn around a mindset. These kids were historically losers. This program was in the toilet. Deion Sanders shows up and he tells these kids, hey, listen, you can win. We're going to win. And win they have. They've already got more wins this year than they've had in the last 2 years. What Deion Sanders has done is engage the entire Boulder community. It has engaged the entire student body. And Boulder, Colorado has become the epicenter of the sports world. There is no bigger story than Deion Sanders and the Colorado football team. And these kids more than deserve it. And now what they face ahead are 2 really tough games. Both USC and Oregon are not CSU and TCU. Oregon is tough with Bo Nix, and USC has an all-world quarterback in Caleb Williams. Both of these games will be huge tests for this Colorado Buffaloes football team. If they lose to Oregon and USC, it doesn't matter. They weren't even expected to be able to compete with USC and Oregon. And I know wholeheartedly you feel exactly the same. There was no way you expected in September to be talking about or have any interest in Colorado playing USC or Colorado playing Oregon. But now you can bet your bottom dollar that millions of people will be watching. And some of you, I hope, will be joining me on my live stream this weekend. And that's the point. That's the win. Coach Prime has opened up everybody's eyes to this program. And that can't be a bad thing for these players, the Boulder community, and the school.
It was a spectacular day in Boulder today. So many events. You're here and there, seeing all of your friends. What was kind of your favorite moment from today, whether it be the game or the extracurriculars?
That is so tough. That's a great question. So many different moments, being on the different sets and seeing these beautiful, wonderful fans all congregate together. Campus was electric today. I don't know if some of you got a chance to witness it, but I don't know how it's been in the past, but campus was electric today. And don't dismiss the fact that we always recruit. So when those college kids that are on recruiting trips see this kind of stuff, it's one of the big fellas just said, hey man, it's different. This is straight out different here.
So please, just do us all a favor and shut up with the negativity about Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is a lightning rod. He's always been. He's got his fans. Like I said, he's got his detractors, but it's not about him. Just be happy for these kids. By all accounts, they seem to be very, very good young men. And they're having the time of their lives, and they're experiencing a moment that they're going to remember forever.
It's tremendous. It's not a burden whatsoever. It's a blessing. And we're thankful for that. But I don't think our young men inside the locker room understand the moment. Like, that's what I told them in that last series. Guys, this is a moment you will never forget. And let's maximize this moment. And they went out and did it. But when you're that young, and you know, all of us were young one day. Some of us are still young and naive. We don't understand these moments are just slipping by slowly but surely. And we got to grasp them because it's incredible. What happened and what transpired today was incredible. It really was, from the start to the finish of the day.
That's winning to me. These kids are going to remember these moments for the rest of their lives. It's an awesome memory, and Coach Prime has allowed them to experience something they've never experienced before and may not experience ever again. I'd like to invite you to join us in our watch party this Saturday at 3:15 as we watch the game between Colorado and Oregon, engage, have some fun, give away some prizes. Just click this button right here and you'll be notified when I go live. Talk to you soon, and I'd love to hear your comments.